Hey, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, hi, hello, what's up? My name is Dominique and I'm happy to have you. So for those of you guys who have been here before and have been watching my videos, guys, I have some big news. I just moved. I am a full-blown Washingtonian. I am officially in Washington, DC, which is why today's video is apartment hunting in Washington, DC. I'm gonna show you guys some of the apartments that we actually toured, and then also just like my biggest tip for apartment hunting when you can actually see the apartment. If you've watched my video before about apartment hunting, I share different tips and tricks for when you are apartment hunting when you actually can't see the building, and I will link it above here in one of the cards so that you can see and get those tips if you're not able to actually visit the place that you are going to be moving to. But without further ado, make sure that you like this video and subscribe for more DC and wellness content here on my channel. And let's get into apartment hunting. Before we get into the video, I just want to say that apartment hunting can be a lot of fun, but there's just more to apartment hunting than actually looking at the apartments or touring the actual buildings. My biggest advice for anyone who is moving to a new location or specifically moving to Washington, DC is to tour the neighborhoods that you are going to be living in. This is mainly because I feel like every part of Washington, DC, or honestly any city that you're moving into has a different like unique flair and just style to living or lifestyle that you could potentially live. And touring the neighborhoods outside of just touring the apartments will give you that understanding of what your life could potentially be like. You can visualize it, you can manifest it, you can say, okay, this is how I envision my life, and does this area support how I want to live? It'll give you a good understanding of if that apartment is actually a good fit for you outside of just like the layout of the actual apartment that you're moving into. The first apartment that we have is Loft DC, which is located in Navy Yard, which is right off of the Green Line. So the Green Line stop on that metro is actually the Navy Yard stop, and it's right next to the National Stadium, and Nationals are the baseball team that is here in Washington, DC. The actual apartment is about a 7-minute walk from the Green Line. It's probably less if you're a fast walker. Personally, I frequent Navy Yard a lot. There's just so many things to do. There's so many restaurants, bars, people. It's really cute. It's very modern and it feels like there are a ton of options that you can do if you want to live over there. It's also where the Nationals play, like I said before. So right when you get off the metro on Saturdays, there's a cute little farmer's market, which is really cute. There's a lot of farmer's markets all over DC, but this one is really cute because it's literally right off the metro stop and you can go and shop at different places. Sometimes the same vendors will be at other farmer's markets as well. That is also on Sundays. Like the people that I see Saturday at the Navy Yard Farmers Market are sometimes there at the DuPont Farmers Market, which is much bigger on Sundays. Overall, it's a super popular area, so if you want to be in the up and up, that's where to be. The apartments that we were able to see out of the 4 that we were interested was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. For first glance, it was a very nice apartment. It was super spacious. The living room had a ton of space, and it was a very open concept layout, which was really nice. However, the one thing about this 1-bedroom and a lot of their 1-bedrooms in Loft DC is the fact that they don't have closed doors. Yeah, you heard me right. It's not closed doors. So their 1-bedroom and 1-bath felt to me like a glorified studio. And I hate to say that, but that's what it felt like. If you're paying all this money for a room that just didn't have a door. Also to note, there is no gym in the building. So if you do want to have a gym and that is something that you're looking for, you'd have to get a membership from the gym that's across the street. The building does offer a discounted membership, which is really nice, and you don't have to pay the full price. It's also a beautiful gym. Like, I kid you guys not, like, it is a wonderful gym. You're gonna feel freaking fit if you go there. It's just not something that is included in your rent. So the total price for this particular unit was $2,655. So it was a relatively average apartment size to price, and it does give you everything you want because everything is in that location. So Guild Lofts is not a terrible place to live. Actually, it's actually a really good place, and I think anyone who would want to live there. They also have loft style apartments, which is what we wanted to see. But a very nice building. Management was also really nice when we got to meet them, and it just didn't have some of the other luxury amenities that we were looking for at that price point. The next apartment that we have is Coda on Half. And let me tell you guys, when we first started doing apartment hunting, I was obsessed with this one. Davon was obsessed with this apartment, and this was where we could see ourselves living the foreseeable future. This is why. Coda on Half is literally a 2 to 3 minute walk from the Green Line metro stop, still Navy Yard stop. It is just super close to the stadium, super close to all the restaurants, and also it is a brand new build. So when we went on this tour, I actually got to wear a hard hat on this tour, which is something I've never done before. A lot of the apartments were actually not completed yet, but most of them on some of the floors were done. So we got to see some of the models and just overall every single layout they had in the building. We toured a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for $3,410. It had a 1-month concession. So the thing about concessions is you can take that price off. Sometimes they'll give it to you like upfront, or sometimes they'll take it off monthly. The living room was long, it let in a lot of light, and it had a mini terrace, which was really cute. And both bedrooms had big, large closets and bathrooms that had perfect lighting, and just overall the aesthetic of it was just so nice, especially because the lighting was beautiful. It had like the ring around lights, and it was touchscreen. Like, how awesome is that? So the next one we toured was a 1-bedroom with a den for $3,028. It was super nice. However, our last apartment was a 1-bedroom with den, and I think after living in my last apartment, I was just over-denned. Here's a pro tip though for apartment hunting. Just so you know, having a 1-bedroom den is basically having 2 bedrooms. If you lay it out perfectly, like you can literally, it is literally a 2-bedroom, which is super nice, especially when you have people coming over or you wanna split a 1-bedroom with a roommate. You can split a 1-bedroom and den as long as someone is okay with having a den that usually has no windows. I personally wanted a space where I could like work in, and den with no windows and working, this did not sit right with me. So I was kind of like over it, especially at the $3,000 price point. I just like, didn't want to do that. I'd rather have like 2 full bedrooms that have windows and space and everything than a 1-bedroom and den, but that's just my own personal opinion. So that was just a turn off for me, but the space itself was very nice in there. And I was like, wow, this is a nice apartment. I liked how they did it. They didn't follow so many of like the trends. I felt like it was just like a nice layout of the entire apartment, and also the amenities that they were talking about were A1. The last one that we toured was a regular 1-bedroom, 1-bath for $24.95, and it was about 646 square feet. It was cute and it was super cozy. And the one thing I liked about this particular one was the fact that it was actually a model unit. So you got to see where everything was placed in the actual apartment, which is nice because our last apartment was like 800 something square foot, and I wasn't sure how we were going to feel downsizing to like a 600 square foot apartment, which is not small, but like going down is hard when you have like all this stuff. So I just wanted to figure out how it was gonna look, and that model home really helped with planning and thinking what it was gonna look like. Ultimately, though, we did not choose this apartment because of the fact that when we were actually looking at it for months and months, when we were like, yes, I cannot wait to live here, the price was significantly cheaper than when we went on tour, which is something that like you can't predict. Like, things happen all the time, competition rises, all that stuff. And for us, it just like was a game changer because it went up like 500, like 400 to 500 extra dollars. Parking also went up an extra $100. So it was just like way too much for us. So it was interesting, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they still have concessions. If they do, then it probably makes the rent a little bit cheaper. But at the same time, the concession when we went was only on 2 bedrooms, and that wasn't displayed online. It was actually supposed to be on all bedrooms when we looked, and when we got there, that was a big surprise. So I think it just like threw off the entire atmosphere of apartment hunting because we kind of fell out of love with it because there were so many radical changes. The next apartment that I want to show you guys is called Lex and Leo. So Lex and Leo is located right off the waterfront stop, which is on the Green Line. It's a stark contrast from Navy Yard because it's not as modern or it hasn't been renovated as much as Navy Yard has. What I was talking about before is when you go and visit an apartment, you should make sure that you tour the neighborhood first so you can see if your lifestyle or the lifestyle that you do want matches the area that you're going to be living. Waterfront was very, very residential, and also once you come off of the metro line, you have a Safeway right there, and then Lex and Leo are actually two separate buildings, but they are part of the same. So Lex and Leo, there's a Lex building and then there's the Leo building. The major thing about this is we toured two bedroom, 2 bath, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool because this is the first time we got to see 2 separate 2 bedroom, 2 bath layouts that were as big as the ones at Lex and Leo. So the biggest thing to note though is that Waterfront or Lex and Leo is not as luxurious as the other buildings, and that's something that we did want. We wanted like a luxury building with all the amenities, the bells and whistles, and that's just something personally we wanted for ourselves. We just like it, and we had lived in an apartment like that before, and we kind of want to go back to that. So Lex and Leo in itself is a huge apartment. If you want the most space for the cheapest dollar, I think Lex and Leo is probably your best bet. It's in a pretty convenient location. It's really, really big. The thing is though, it's old, and everything about the building was very old, and that was like one of the biggest cons for me because the carpets look kind of old. Some of like the appliances look kind of old, and it just like wasn't for us. However, I do still want to show you guys because I do think it's a really great budget option if you guys are looking for a space that's like super, super huge. Maybe you're in college, maybe you are trying to save, maybe you just want more money in your pocket. This is it. So we were able to tour a 976 square foot apartment for about $2,885, which is a steal if you're going to be living in Washington, DC. And then I'm pretty sure both of them actually were 976 square. That was pretty much it. I think that it did feel like a lot of college students there, which is fine. Like, I mean, I not recently graduated college, I may have graduated in 2019, but it is something to take note of, and I didn't think I wanted to like live in that kind of environment at the moment, or at all after leaving. But really good if you want some space, and also you can get to both the Wharf and Navy Yard really quickly. I mean, like you can literally step outside and get onto the metro. So the overall pros of the Green Line in general, and I just want to like throw this in there, is that the Green Line, there's like a ton of things to do. So if you want to do something, you want to live a life that's like really exciting, all that kind of stuff, that's a pretty awesome place to live. The cons of it is that when it is game day, the Green Line is disgustingly packed. It's like everyone's like sardines inside there. So if that's something that you kind of want to avoid, maybe Navy Yard is not the place for you, but it is really close to the highway. So if you do have a car, you can pretty much like get out of the city very fast. So the last apartment that I'm gonna show you guys is called Presshouse DC. This one is actually not in Navy Yard at all, so I'm doing a little switcheroo because we kind of stopped looking in there after those 3. The next one is in NOMA, and it's right off of the Red Line, which is approximately like 3 minutes from the NOMA Gallaudet stop, which is really awesome. So we saw 2 different floor plans. One was a 1-bedroom and the other one was a 2-bedroom apartment. It's a very artistic building, guys. Like there are books lining the walls, there are quotes everywhere, and actually half of the apartment building is a hotel. It was super nice and super big. So I'm gonna show you, like the 1-bedroom apartment was super nice, spacious. There was a chicken wing on the floor, which really threw off the entire vibe of the building, but the overall price outside of that factor was $2,482. Which for that size, I thought was a really good deal. And also you are so close to everything. There's a Trader Joe's literally across the street, and there's so many things. And it just felt like a very diverse area to live in that had young people, old people, just like more like young people, middle-aged kind of thing, but like it just felt like a good mix of people. And I'm 25 years old, so it just felt good to see people my age like living and working like young professionals and just like living a good, fun, exciting life. The next one is a 2-bedroom. It was nice. It was also really big. I keep on saying nice, but it really was. Like it had a very clean and spacious layout, which was super desired because I really wanted space, especially in the city. It was about 880 square feet and it was $3,219, which is a little bit cheaper than some of the apartments that we saw over in Navy Yard. I'm assuming that NOMA is a little bit cheaper than Navy Yard, but it also has like a ton of things. There's Union Market, all that good stuff. About Press House, I really enjoyed, and we really enjoyed the proximity to all the restaurants and the metro station, and also the sheer size of the apartment was really great to see. Honestly, watching those videos over again makes me so excited for this new era, like this new time, this new change. I am so excited for you guys to be along on this journey with me. There are so many things that are happening and I will update you guys all in there if you have been on this journey with me. And if this is the first video that you're watching, I hope that you liked it. I hope you like this energy. Yeah, I hope you stick around. So if you like this video and you want to see more DC content, you have any questions about DC, wellness, fitness, all that kind of stuff, make sure that you comment them down below, you like this video, and you subscribe to my channel. And just like that, I will see you in another video. I'm super excited and I hope that you have a great and wonderful day. Bye.